Another hot day. We'll get to that in a moment. 6:46 on this Wednesday. Hope you had a good day. I want to take you through what's been going on. So we started this morning with a marine layer at the coast, and we had a marine layer sneak up the Columbia River into the Kelso Longview area. This was the golf course camera at Three Rivers up in Kelso this morning. And the overall wind flow pattern, no longer east, it's kind of light west to variable, but mainly light west. Now, most inland areas started off like this. Beautiful sunshine, and we've kept that sunshine all day. This was Oak Ridge Golf Course out in Carson on the Washington side of the gorge. Now remember, when we were running 4 consecutive 90-degree days over the weekend and into this past Monday, we had an east wind, basically. Now we don't have that. And today, we still hit 90. 91 in Portland, 91 in Salem, and virtually every single city up and down the I-5 corridor from Albany up into Vancouver was somewhere between 88 and 91. It was only 86 up in Longview. Now, if you were outdoors this afternoon and you looked up toward the Cascades, this is thunderstorm activity more up toward, the Cascades, but on the Washington side, up toward Mount Adams and St. Helens. This is Lewis River Golf Course in Woodland, and I noticed this because you can see the anvil shape at the top of some of these clouds. See the billowing cumulus clouds down low, and then basically the vertical lift of the clouds weakens when it gets to a certain altitude and everything gets a little wispy, and then the upper level winds, there's not much, but whatever upper level wind we have kind of shears that out, and you get a bit of an anvil on some of these clouds. We saw this up and down the Cascade Range. The Futurecast models at KGW TV were showing mountain showers this afternoon, but not thunderstorms. Well, we have thunderstorms. In fact, some of the storms up around Mount St. Helens, the Weather Service put out a bulletin for potential nickel-sized hail, 30-mile-per-hour winds, torrential rain, and some hail. All of this action is curling back to the east. So thunderstorms along the Cascades are showing no signs of migrating to the west in the valley. So we will stay dry. Once the sun goes down, we'll see this action start to filter out. It is simply amazing to me how easy the atmosphere wants to hit 90 degrees over these last 10, 15, 20 years. And here we go. This is what we've done so far this May. So we had the record run of 4 days in a row. That was Friday of last week, 90. Then we went 93, Mother's Day, 92, Monday, 92. Tuesday, we only hit 85 in Portland, so that snapped that streak. But here we are today, right back up to 91. Not a record for the date. Today's record's 95. I believe that's back in 2008. But now the record for 90-degree days for the entire month of May stands at 5. That's our current count, thanks to today. Remember, before this May, the record was 3. So we now surpassed that by 2. And we're hitting 90 degrees with borderline air mass temperatures that would support it and no east wind. Just crazy to me. We had a bit of a stronger westerly wind flow yesterday. We only hit 85. That westerly wind flow weakened just a tad today. We shot up to 91. Crazy. Now, with all that said, my biggest weather story is not what happened today, but the fact that we are going to be cooling down, finally, okay? So here we were today. You can see I kind of outlined this ridge of high pressure aloft with my red line outlining the green colors. Hot ridge. It was actually 86 up in Kelso Longview, but Vancouver down into Albany, as I mentioned, everybody was 88 to 91 degrees. Weather models show that the westerly flow picks up a little bit more so again tomorrow, which would make you think we would hold in the mid-20s, much like we did yesterday on Tuesday. Not mid-20s, mid-80s, pardon me. So instead of 90, I would think we'll be closer to 85, 86 tomorrow. We'll see. But here's the big change. Here's the big change. Finally, a cool air mass off the Pacific starts to come in on Sunday and dominates our weather on Sunday and Monday with highs perhaps only in the low 70s on Sunday and perhaps only in the 60s on Monday. And you would assume with this type of an air mass change that there would be some precipitation. Now, weather models show generally less than 5/100ths of an inch of potential rainfall on Sunday and Monday. So we'll see what we end up with. But the big change is what you see right there, that cooler batch of air starting to move in. Now you get into the mid part of next week. So we look to be much cooler this Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. Then this is Thursday of next week. Now we're starting to warm up, be more of just a typical kind of gentle high pressure area overhead is what this contour upper air mass map shows. It has us at a 572 contour, which would be kind of typical. You would assume high temperatures would be in the 70s. As we go into Memorial Day weekend, some of the modeling is suggesting we do see a colder trough drop in, and that would drop our temperatures, but other models say no. So ultimately, I don't think the picture of what to expect over Memorial Day weekend is clear yet. The confidence at this point is really high that we're at least going to have a noticeable cool down starting Monday that should last for a good 3-4 days, maybe 5 days into next week. I mentioned the weather models don't give us a lot of moisture. Here's what they do show. So convective outlook tonight, tomorrow, through Thursday night keeps basically much of Oregon and Washington with the possibility of developing thunderstorms, mostly over the mountainous areas, which is what this green color shows. Notice it doesn't show anything on the west side of the Cascades, but this is what we saw today. It's what we've been seeing. It's what we're going to continue to see. Now, this is total rain from this afternoon, potentially, all the way through Monday. So what you're seeing here, 1.63, 1.42 out in eastern Oregon, that's impressive, right? Getting out into the Blue Mountains. But that's mostly from convective thunderstorms that's going to be happening in the coming days. In terms of the rain potential that we would see from an air mass change on Sunday and Monday, it's these really low numbers back on the west side. There's 6 100ths of an inch in Astoria, 4 100ths in Newport, 3 100ths down the Salem, Albany area. Maybe a little bit more up into Portland, but I tell you what, it looks like we get some rain, but not much. Certainly not anything that would soak your yard up. So we'll keep an eye on all of that. All right. So 7-day forecast numbers, here they come. I'm going to assume that we're going to have a stronger west wind flow pattern the next several days. And with that, there's the possibility of some low cloudiness tomorrow morning, possibility of some low cloudiness Friday morning. I feel like a better chance of low cloudiness on Saturday. If you wake up and you see that, remember that's a clue that, hey, we are getting a stronger flow off the Pacific, and that should bring temperatures down. So let's see if tomorrow, Thursday, can be similar to what yesterday was, which will be 85, 86. And then let's assume the flow pattern gets a little stronger Friday, 84. A little bit stronger of a cooler maritime flow on Saturday, 82. And then we have the showers developing. Again, it may not be much. If you have outdoor plans on Sunday, don't throw in the towel. This is not a guaranteed rain chance. It's a possibility increasing through the day of getting at least some rain, but we'll see. I hold us down at 73 with a lot of clouds. I do believe we have to see some shower activity on Monday, a high of only 68. And then weather models kind of vary as to whether we start to warm up and become dry, or if the shower chance holds temperatures down 67 to 70 and keeps us cool Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe into Thursday. So that's kind of up in the air right now, so we'll have to wait and see how that goes. By the way, still seeing some amazing pictures online of the thunderstorm activity that we had up in Battleground on Monday. If you hadn't heard, those storms on Monday around Amboy dropped 1.70 inches of rain. Remember, the Weather Service had put out a flash flood watch for spotty, intense downpours. Well, we had that up in Clark County. The storms quickly faded as they hit the Columbia River, which was amazing. But anyway, no threat of any thunderstorms, I think, on this side of the Cascades in the near future. Anything that develops on Sunday, Monday would be just some gentle rain showers. Okay. Have a great Thursday. Week is rolling by. Thanks for using my YouTube channel. I hope you have chosen to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll talk to you soon.